Hey guys, this is Danny Boy. So, yet another DLC pack came out, weapon pack came out for Mass Effect 3 today. I was just told about it. I actually just woke up at 5, had horrible nightmares all, I was going to say night, apparently morning. Was up real late doing stuff, but gonna get some target practice videos out, gonna get some live fire videos out. Oh, need to remove all of these. And excited. I'm excited about the new stuff. It all seems really cool just from a cursory glance. This is the, I believe, Groundside Resistance pack. It adds a ton of new weapons, several from the multiplayer that I bitched and moaned about when they were multiplayer only a long time ago. The Typhoon, the shotgun, also some single-player specific stuff, a lot of good stuff that will, I think, fit my playstyle well. I will be... Now, I really have no excuse. I'll be going back and finally making my Soldier playthrough soon, but guys, I do need to keep doing Borderlands 2, so it's probably going to be... Now I'm going to be torn between Borderlands 2, Torchlight 2, and Mass Effect 3. So much to do. But here's the Kishock Harpoon Gun. It was added a long time ago to the multiplayer. It is a Batarian sniper rifle. It shoots out like a it's a harpoon gun. Shoots out a harpoon. Has a lot of damage. Rather gory. So, should be good. Let's compare the Kishock to the Mantis for a baseline. They are both single-shot sniper rifles. It weighs a bit more, it has greater capacity, it fires at about the same rate, maybe a little faster, it does way more damage, and it has the same accuracy. Compared to the Widow, it weighs less, it has greater capacity, same fire rate, greater damage, actually, than the Widow, and same accuracy. That would make the Kishock, or Kishock, however you pronounce it, the highest damage per shot sniper rifle in the game, which is pretty interesting. Okay, the Kishock, or the Kishock, however it's pronounced. We're going to start off firing it unscoped. Some sniper rifles are actually quite accurate without a scope. Then we'll fire it scoped, and then we'll fire it charged. So, oops. This weapon, as I said, can be charged up before you fire. Shoots out a harpoon. And when charged, it is more accurate than when uncharged. As you can see, it has a downward arc when the weapon is not charged. It's a projectile weapon. So keep that in mind. Let us begin. Firing from the hip. Doesn't seem to have perfect accuracy unscoped. Little off center. Now short. It would seem you could certainly get body shots at short range, but headshots are going to be a problem when firing from the hip. Now mid. Again, body shots are still quite doable. You could make a headshot, but it's going to be luck. Let's try long. Looks like things are getting problematic. Wouldn't fire this weapon unscoped at long range. We missed our target on both shots. And now very long. One shot missed entirely, the other shot was down there. So I would only fire this weapon uncharged, unscoped, at point-blank range aiming for the head, and then at, say, short and mid-range aiming for the torso. Beyond that, I wouldn't bother. Now let's try scoping it. Uncharged. Not seeing a tremendous improvement. It does still seem to be just a little lower than our initial aiming position. much like firing from the hip. And again, that is because this is a projectile weapon, and when it is uncharged, it has an arc to the harpoon. Okay, so now short range. Looks better. I'd say that is definitely an improvement over firing from the hip, or rather, firing without a scope. Let's try mid-range. Again, definite improvement. It was much more accurate, much closer to where we were aiming. Certainly can go for headshots at mid-range, uncharged. Now long. And we are now definitely seeing the arc come into play. Let's try that again, and we'll actually aim a little high of our target to compensate. Which made a noticeable difference. We actually hit the head this time around. So if you're going to fire uncharged at long range, you're going to want to aim a little high of your target if you're going for the head. And now very long. And same goes for very long. If I had aimed for the head, that shot would have been somewhere down here, and that shot would have been somewhere down here. So you can certainly get headshots uncharged with the scope at very long range, but you're going to have to compensate for that arc and aim ahead of your target, rather above your target. I should note that if we were to compensate for that arc when firing from the hip at the same range, as you can see, we're not going to hit. It wasn't that I wasn't compensating for it when I was firing from the hip. It was that it has a random spread. Okay, now let's charge our projectile and fire unscoped and see if it makes a significant difference. Not seeing a tremendous difference here. That was actually a little high of where I was aiming, which is interesting. Try short. Not really seeing it. We were still low on our headshots, so it's not really improving the efficacy of headshots at short range firing unscoped. Let's try mid-range. Still doesn't seem to be very good. We were up here on our headshot, if you can see. So, even charging the weapon, it really seems like you just want to go for headshots unscoped at point blank, and then body shots at short and mid. Let's see if there's an improvement on long. No, it's still off on long. Over here. So basically, there's really no significant difference between uncharged and charged when firing unscoped. So now, charged and scoped at point blank. I believe that is now giving us perfect accuracy when scoped. We did not have perfect accuracy when uncharged, but now it seems that we do. Let's try short. Once again, I would say that we now have perfect accuracy when firing fully charged. Let's try mid. Seems to be a trend here. Now, long. Once again, perfection. Dead center. Well, almost dead center, whatever. Where I was aiming, anyway. And now, very long. This is where we had to compensate before when we were uncharged. Let's see what happens when we are charged. Seems to be perfect accuracy. Yeah. Note that you do not have to fully charge this weapon to fire. But in order to get that perfect accuracy, it does need to be fired at a full charge. Alright guys, that was the Kishock, or the Kishock, I'm not totally sure how you pronounce it. Thanks guys for watching, stay tuned for more. Please like the video if you liked it, please sub if you'd like to see more. Leave comments and feedback and ask questions and I'll get back to you. And have a good one.